Hey guys, I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. What I'd like to do in this video is talk about an open letter to Voscoin. This was published in the subreddit GPU Mining and it's sitting at the very top of the subreddit today. It's got 29 comments there. It's maybe even more now if I refresh it. It's actually, yeah, it's got 39 now. So since even just loading this up, it's got 10 more comments. I just thought I'd give my opinion on this. So for the benefit of those of you who don't know who Voscoin is a YouTuber. He mainly focuses on GPU mining, but he's also covered ASIC mining. He's also kind of touching upon Masternodes now, and he's obviously did videos on a lot of other cryptocurrency related subjects. I am a fan of his. I'm not going to lie about it. I do like his videos. I subscribe to his channel. I'm not signed in here, but I do subscribe to his channel. You know, I've said this many times. I don't get a chance to watch all the cryptocurrency videos that I like, because if I've only got a few hours, you know, of the day to work on videos, I'll be recording and not watching videos. But the videos that I've seen of his, they're always well made. He comes across as an honest guy that's just giving his opinion of things. He's passionate about crypto, and I do think he's someone that does have integrity. Now, as far as the ASIC mining thing, I haven't seen every video he published, you know, over the last few months, but I did see a video where he was talking about ASIC mining machines, when he was talking about ASIC resistance and all that. And I'm going to paraphrase here, but he said something along the lines of, I'm a cryptocurrency YouTube channel. It makes sense for me to, you know, have an open mind and buy these ASIC mining machines and test them and give my opinion on them. And whether you like ASIC mining machines or not, whether you like Masternodes or not, or anything like that, that's essentially what he should be doing. He should be having an open mind, and he should be educating people about different things, or entertaining them, or doing whatever. But yeah, he should have an open mind about it, and he should be open to this, because we've had discussions about this before, guys, and I don't subscribe to this whole ASIC mining machines are evil situation. I realise that a lot of people don't like Bitmain being centralised, you know, centralising all the currency, etc. But ASIC mining machines themselves, it's a different story. Now, we've talked about that, so I'm not going to dwell on that. Let's jump over to the open letter to Voscoin by Admiral Sodium. And can I just say, before I even go on, at the very bottom here, he says, I hope you reconsider and come back to the people. He signs it off GPU miners. Can I just say, as a GPU miner, sorry, you don't speak for me. I realise that's, you know, I realise what he's trying to do there, but I would say if you're a GPU miner, you should have an open mind about all of this kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Just putting your fingers in your ears and saying, no, GPU miners are the best, you know. There might be some CPU miners that disagree with you on that. But if we get to long-time fan, but the direction you're taking leave me baffled. Okay, sure, you're a mining central channel, so you want to cover all aspects of mining. That's fine, and I understand. But you put a video out only a few short months ago talking about fighting against ASICs and how they're poised to make GPU mining useless. Now you don't really peep about it whilst reviewing ASICs. That isn't even what sent me over the edge. What it did was your recent video where in the beginning you see it's the year of the Masternode, and you're doing a Masternode series. Now, Masternodes are flavour of the month. One of the reasons I've seen it come up again is because as far as tackling ASICs, you know, for coins that don't agree with ASIC miners, proof of stake is one of the legitimate, you know, ways of trying to tackle it. You know, at least introducing an element of it. And I've actually been taking part in some discussions about it in Discord groups where they're saying, well, if you've got 50% proof of stake and 50% mining, the chance of anyone launching like a 51% attack is, you know, super slim. So, if not impossible. I don't know about that as being impossible, because obviously if someone, you know, had enough masternodes. But yeah, there are legitimate reasons for it being flavour of the month and for people bringing it up because of ASIC resistance, etc. It goes on to say that does it matter that almost all the scams now are Masternode scams and Masternode pre-sale scams? I don't agree with that either, because, you know, just because people are putting Masternodes, it doesn't mean that Masternodes themselves. It's like, I don't know. It's the same with ICOs. You know, I've kind of avoided ICOs because most of them are scams, but there are legitimate projects that are funded that way. He says, does it matter that Masternode reward structures are almost always 50% plus block reward to Masternodes? Well, people mining doing actual work are getting crumbs. Now, this doing actual work, that doesn't sit well with me either, because technically I'm mining over there, right? You know, behind me my mining rigs are sitting. They're working. Is that actual work? There is really no difference between GPUs over there making me money and GPUs sitting in someone's server in, you know, Texas or whatever, making me money. You know, if I, you know, buy a VPS or a server and I put, you know, I set up a Masternodes. One thing to know is, you know, I haven't explored the whole Masternodes thing, but I have been running a dedicated server for years, and I do know that maintenance for those is much more of a pain in the ass than maintaining GPUs. There's so many like settings, and you know, you need to go into the system and change things in Linux and all this kind of stuff. It's a pain in the ass. So saying that GPUs is actual work and Masternodes isn't work, come on. I mean, he's right what he's saying. Most of the proof of stake ones, they're giving more than 50%. Sia contacted me the other day, and he was telling me about Moondex. I hung out in the Discord yesterday. I was trying to find out more about it. I haven't tested it yet, but this is a Masternode system, and you get the block reward is 20% proof of work. So 20% are going to miners, 80% are going to Masternodes. It's still new, so if you want to check it out, please do. I haven't actually started mining it yet, but yeah, heads up about it. But this is predominantly a Masternodes coin, as 80% is going to the people with Masternodes, and 20% is going to people who mine with the X16R algorithm, aka the Ravencoin algorithm. So he's right there that most people who introduce proof of stake, it does tend to be more than 50% of the block reward. Does it matter that Masternodes allow people just with big money to slap their PP on the table, buy up enough coins for the node, and sit back and collect rewards? I'll come back to that in a second. Masternodes to me are really nothing but a negative. Give power to those with enough money to fund them. Give developers an easy way to scam off with money. Give most of the block reward to them for holding coins. I know what he's saying there, because there are some big coins like Dash, etc., where it takes a big investment to get involved. But whilst there are coins where you need to spend tens of thousands to get a masternode and to make money from it, and you need to have a huge amount of coins, and then you have to pay for the VPS or set it all up as well. There are coins where it's the entry point is $100, a few $100, or $1,000 or so. I think for a secure node for Zencash, it's 42 coins you need. And with Zencash was like $40 through the week, or just under it, so say $1,600 roughly to get involved. So once you've got $1,600 worth of Zencash, then you can pay, you can set up a VPS or whatever, and you can set up a masternode. That being said, saying that, again, this whole idea that GPU miners are the good guys, etc. If you rewind to when I started mining cryptocurrency, I spent about £12,000 or so, or even more than that, on motherboards, graphics cards, all the hard drive, everything that went together with the power supply units and all that. It's a big investment. And to me, in dollar wise, what was that, like $16,000-$17,000 I spent or something? I don't know what the exchange rate was at the time, but that was like, say, $17,000 compared to $1,600 to get a masternode for Zencash. Now, of course, I'll get more rewards from that, but the principle what I'm trying to get across here is the fact that the entry point for masternodes isn't always as high as getting into GPU mining. Now, of course, that's assuming you're buying a lot of GPUs. You can just spend $300 on a GPU, and that's you officially a GPU miner, but the returns will be quite low. I guess what I'm trying to say is neither of those situations is better than the other. Neither of those setups is better than the other. There's a place for masternodes, there's a place for GPU mining, and dare I say it, there is a place for ASIC miners as well. He's saying here that masternodes, all they do is keep the price high. If a project was actually good, it wouldn't need a bunch of people keeping coins to keep it propped up. Now that I do disagree with. I do disagree with that. Now, by the very nature of masternodes, you need to accumulate a lot of coins to have it, and then you won't be selling them, so I guess it does push the price up. But again, as I was saying, I've been hanging out in different Discord communities, and they've been talking about the issue of ASIC resistance, and they've been talking about the network hash rate, and they've been talking about security, and proof of stake is something that always comes up, and it's something that can solve a lot of problems, whether it be attacks, whether it be security, whether it be a hash rate. Saying that a coin isn't good enough if it needs masternodes to prop it up, I don't agree with, because for one, for a project that's new, if you haven't been established like Bitcoin has for 7-8 years of that, you might not get the hash rate that you want, or the price of your coin might be too low just now, or whatever. There's so many different things here. Again, it's just a blanket statement to say that all masternodes are evil, all masternodes are scams, they're pushing the price up artificially. There will be coins that are doing that, of course there are. There's always people that are, that are doing things unethically and just trying to pump and dump things. But just a blank statement, because you know, I don't agree with that, because there's a lot of legitimate coins that are introducing proof of stake. Ethereum will do it at one point as well. I don't know. I don't agree. Everything isn't always black and white. That's what I'm trying to get across here. He's saying here that you built up your base of fans on GPU mining, and now you say you're still a GPU miner and stick up for GPU miners, but lately you're getting into areas that run counter to GPU mining in general. It's definitely a little bit salty here. I know you're obviously trying to play to the crowd for views, and I don't blame you. It's your job, so I suppose. It's your job, I suppose, so I can't fault you. Sorry, no, I can't read. However, this most recent video and the news that you're doing a whole series of Masternodes is really disturbing, and I hope you nuke it. You can explain to me all day the benefits of Masternodes, but there's a reason they're pushed so hard by so many new projects and so many scam projects. See that? You can explain to me all the benefits of Masternodes, and then says, but then clearly he hasn't actually listened. Now, this is the kind of mindset that I don't agree with. You know, I'm sure this guy's a nice guy, whatever, but I don't. If you actually just look at what he's trying to say here, you can explain to me all day the benefits of Masternodes. Now, have an open mind. This is what I'm trying to say. If you want to learn about Masternodes, and if you're involved in cryptocurrency, you probably should, then why not look at the videos, learn more about it, and then you can make a decision. But here he seems to be that he's just like, no, I don't want to hear about this. I don't agree with that. I hope you'll consider this seriously and not immediately jump to call him a troll or hater. I legitimately have been a fan. I do think it a bit silly. You quick to judge and call anyone who disagree at all a troll. Let me read that. Am I reading that right? I do think it a bit silly. You quick to judge and right. That's hard to read. Yeah. I mean, I think again this comes down to, you know, some things that we discussed a few weeks ago with the whole Bitmain and ASIC resistance and all that. There are reasons why many coins are fighting against ASIC miners. There are many reasons that are fighting against it because of Bitmain and because of Bitmain mining for several months before they released the product, and them controlling, you know, pretty much dominating the market with 90+. I don't know what they've got as far as percentages of the market, but they do have a lot. But we've had discussions about this. I don't think it's not always black and white. That's what I'm trying to say. His main gripe here, his main complaint here seems to be about Masternodes. I realise there are a lot of coins here that are scams, but why not learn about Masternodes? Why not have an open mind and learn about them, and then just disregard the ones that are scams, and, you know, perhaps do a test? I don't understand the basics of Masternodes, but what I want to do is, you know, at one point test it out and see what it's all like. Whether I invest my money in buying coins for a Masternode or renting, you know, dedicated servers for a Masternode instead of buying GPUs, at the end of the day, you know, my ultimate goal is the same, to get a percentage of the block reward. And whether I invest in hardware or whether I rent someone else's hardware in a hosting company, you know, from a hosting company, does it really matter? Does it really matter that much? There are scams out there, but this comes down to, you know, doing your research again. So I don't know, you know, I think I understand how passionate some people are about the YouTube channels and the channels that they watch, etc. But as a YouTuber, I also know, you know, and this has come from someone who's been writing online for many, many years as well, is that you can't please everyone. You really can't please everyone. And what you have to do is just do what you want to do the videos you want to do, talk about the subjects you want to talk about. You're going to piss off some people, but other people, you know, will embrace you and they'll be happy with what you publish. So, you know, anyone who creates content can relate to this, that there's always people who complain. I've written articles that are, you know, thousands of words long, and then someone's complained. Many people have thanked me for it. They said they've helped them, but some people complained. They said, oh, why didn't you do it? And you're like, whatever, you know, I did it. Just move on. You know what I mean? So I realise this is just a fan. It's a little bit upset about it and all that, but I don't agree with him ending this with GPU miners. I don't agree with statements like this in general that just try and make everything black and white, good versus evil. My view is better than your view. It pays to have an open mind in cryptocurrency. It really does. I don't, you know, when I'm doing my videos on YouTube, I give you my point of view, but I'm not going to claim that I know all the answers, especially in a market like this where everything is always changing. The market's always evolving. Hardware situation today is going to be very different to as a year from now. And at the end of the day, yes, I've got GPUs, so I guess in theory I should be on the side of GPU miners. But at the end of the day, all these are is just tools for me to get coins, you know, to accumulate cryptocurrency. I do love mining. I do love GPU mining, things like that. But to say that we are the good guys and, you know, someone who picks up an ASIC miner is a bad guy, I don't think that's any reflection on reality or what's actually happening there. So let me know what you think about this, guys. Please do check out this letter. I'm sure many of you will disagree with me on this, but I thought I'd give you my thoughts anyway, so don't complain. Thanks for watching, guys, and please do leave a comment. Till next time, take care.